What is good, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. I'm LotusAsakura, the Redeemer knows best, bringing you some more Dragon Ball FighterZ matches and bringing you another City of Mayhem run. I do want to apologize for the lack of no upload last night, but basically, because so where do I even start? I sat down to record yesterday and I was going to do a copycat challenge video, and I was telling you guys how I was going to enter City of Mayhem later that night. But honestly, when I was doing the copycat challenge, I don't know, I didn't really feel like it. That's what I sat down to do, but then when I sat down, I was like, I don't really feel like it anymore. Like, I played some warm-up games, because I was, I usually play on console, but I did the copycat on PC, so I wanted to, kind of adjust or whatever. And then long story short, that ended up not happening. I wanted to enter COM on console the day before yesterday, but I had a really, really busy, really hectic day. Everything's good. Yeah, basically I didn't have the time to enter City of Mayhem. That was on console again the other day. But I entered again yesterday on PC. Today, however, I'm bringing you post-commentary as opposed to live commentary like I've been doing. Usually when I did these tournament videos, I was doing post-commentary. That's like how I started off originally doing it. I try to mix it up between both. It seems like a lot of people actually prefer the live commentary, but some people prefer the post-commentary just because I feel like, the way I do the commentary is a little bit different. It's not always directly about the gameplay, but I always do come back to the gameplay. I know I'm not doing a whole lot of talking on that right now because we got to get to the intro stuff. But you can see I'm doing really well, and I played the team of Labcoat, 18, and Trunks. But finishing on, going back to what I was saying, there's multiple reasons why I didn't want to do live commentary this time. The two biggest ones being that I felt like, I guess they kind of go hand in hand. It's more so it's like one big one, but I'm giving it two separate points. In my last City of Mayhem run, I did it while I was live, and I don't normally do my tournament runs while I'm live, but I have done it a couple times recently. And during my last one, and I don't want to sound like I'm trying to blame my viewers or anything like that, but I did feel pretty distracted by the chat and by the alerts and stuff at the time. And I could just turn the alerts off and not look at chat, but as a streamer, it's really hard for me to do that. And I was like, I think this time around, I'm gonna keep the stream off. I'm gonna not even do commentary. I'll just do the post commentary like I've done in the past, and just focus up a little bit and see if I can play a little bit better, make it a lot further. Because I think I only went 1 and 2 in my last run, and well, maybe it did or did not. Maybe it did or didn't pay off in this run. But as you can see, like I was saying, we're running a team of Android 21, 18, and Trunks facing off against Glow, ECTF, running their team of Gogeta, Labcoat, and Janemba. We got off to a really strong start here in our first game. I don't believe I actually had a bye in the first round of this one. There's a hair in my face, tickling my nose. Anyway, sorry about that. But yeah. Oh, and okay, yeah. So that leads me to the other thing I want to say before I forget about another reason why I didn't upload last time is because, well, I entered City of Mayhem, and I was like, okay, if I'm not gonna do copycat, I'll just do like a City of Mayhem run. And it wasn't until I sat down to play that I decided I wasn't gonna do live commentary. So that's another thing. When I was like, okay, I can still do the post commentary in time and get a video knocked out. But without spoiling too much, let's just say I made it a lot further in the bracket than I expected to. So I just ended up not recording a proper video at all, and just played in the tournament. You might be a few videos in this series. That being said, back to actual commentary on the gameplay, or I guess starting off with some actual commentary on the gameplay. There, bro. I think it's my mustache. Tickling my nose. I'm so sorry. Anyway, yeah, he's down to solo Janemba. I think Janemba actually serves as a very good anchor in this game right now. But and we have such a big lead that it's going to be a struggle for anyone to pull off, especially somebody who is. Oh, he just jumped out of that. I guess I missed a safe jump. Yeah, anyway, I think I should have, okay, no, I remember I tried to reflect there and I got a key blast. Seeing it back, I can see that I got a key blast and I got counter hit there, but I definitely wanted to reflect the, I forget what the name of that move is from Janemba, but anyway, level 1, he takes out the lab coat, but that's fine. I still have Trunks and 18 on my side, and I still don't really feel like I have a main team in DBFZ right now. For the longest time, my main team was always 18 Bardock and Trunks, and then when lab coat came around, or actually no, it was 18 Bardock and Trunks, but I started playing a lot of base Vegeta, Trunks, and Android 21 when Season 3 started, and I really, really liked that team, and I got pretty damn good with that team, if I do say so myself. Then Labcoat came around, game changed up a bit, and I now started throwing Labcoat in some of those compositions, and it's always been a mix-up of those characters of Labcoat 21, Majin 21, Base Vegeta, Android 18, Bardock, and of course Trunks is on every single team. That's been like my main pool of characters. I play a lot of Hit, but I've never really played Hit competitively. I think I've taken him to a couple of online tournaments. I almost played him at EVO, but decided not to in the end. But yeah, the team I actually played at EVO, and EVO was my best tournament placing offline, was Labcoat, 18, and Trunks. I've played a decent amount of, I shouldn't reflect there, I had the advantage. I've played a decent amount of base Vegeta, Lab Coat, and Trunks, and I like that team a lot as well. And of course 18 Trunks 21, Majin 21 that is, and just any combination of like, you know, like I said, those characters I enjoy, but it's hard for me to like just kind of pick one and stick to it right now, which I think has been a big downfall, so why I'm not playing as consistently lately, in terms of like my skill, not necessarily the amount of time I'm putting into the game. Both are a thing, but yeah, that being said, we are getting off to another strong start here in game number 2 against Glow. Getting the level 3 off with Android 18 against his Gogeta. This is a level 3 mix-up, however, I kind of didn't want to risk screwing it up, so I played it a bit safer by calling medium 17 on the ground, because Gogeta does have that 2-2-S input for the DP, and if I'm a little off with the timing on my mix, he can't get crossed up, so whether I stay in front or go behind, he could DP if he so chose. Obviously, that's a big risk, and he didn't end up going for it. Maybe he just couldn't just because of how I timed the medium 17. But in the end, down goes Gogeta, and we're still left with a pretty healthy team on our side. He has no sparking, we still have ours, and he's got a bit of a meter advantage, but it's no big deal. We gain some with the barrier, get the confirm after the barrier with the assist off the 5M with Android 18. Shout out to the buff that they actually gave to Android 18's 5M. I remember a lot of people saying she's got Vegito 5M now, which is absolutely not the case. A bit of an exaggeration there, but it is damn good. It is a pretty good button, and frankly, she needed it. Like, she genuinely needed it, because 18's buttons are, oh no, never been very good. It's fine though, he gets a double Sunday combo, but unfortunately does not 2H in time to keep Trunks in it. Not that I think he could have gotten a kill or done much damage. I mean, he could have done this amount of damage and maybe done, you know, a vanish into the DR and bring Trunks in, but you know, it is what it is. Level 3 Janemba, but too far away to get any mix-up. I spark with 18, and then I foolishly super dash, and immediately remember that Janemba's got that anti J2H. He did that to me in the first game. I should have been more prepared for him to be prepared for that, and I raw tag again anyway, but this time I'm not punished for it. Vanish after the CTF, that doesn't jail, he reflects, I knock down to the 21 assist off a super dash, confirm, hit the J2H into the smash combo, knock down, and I should go for a level 3 here, but I didn't. But it's fine though, because it goes with reflect, get the combo here, boom, boom, Senko, super dash, and we've got plenty of meter here. We're gonna be able to get the kill. I could have done a better combo. Oh wait, no, I didn't. Okay, I did the extension. I was gonna say knockdown to the 21. Okay, now I remember now. No, considering the combo that I went for, it maybe could have been optimized a slight bit better. It could have been optimized a little bit better or slightly more. I still ended up having to spend all my meter in order to get the kill. I mean, the kill is a kill, and I'm more than happy to spend 6 bars of meter if that's what it takes to kill a character, optimal or not. But yeah, we take out the gem, but he's left with solo 21. Absolutely possible of making the comeback, but you know, I like our chances. We're looking pretty good. He's kind of wilding out a little bit, flailing around with 21. The thing is though, like, I don't know. Never mind. I have an opinion, but I'll keep it to myself for now about 21. Well, I have a lot of opinions about a lot of things. Actually, let me ask y'all something real quick. So I haven't really like hidden the fact that the current version of Dragon Ball FighterZ is like my least favorite version of the game. I preferred like older seasons a lot more than I prefer this one. You know, I've had people ask me about that lately, and I want to know, because the thing is, okay, well, would you guys be interested in me making a video talking about all the things that I don't like about this current version of the game, and like what I think could be better, or the things that I enjoyed more in older seasons, and you know, basically just give my thoughts on the current state of the game, and you know, what I like, what I don't like, and things like that. I'm like reluctant to do that because also we take the set 2-0. I'm reluctant to do that because I don't necessarily just want to make a video of me just being like really negative or pessimistic, or like, you know, talking down on the game or anything like that. And like, you know, I throw my jabs here and there when we're playing. We all do, especially when you're getting insulted during a loss or something like that, right? But you know, I'm not trying to like bring the game down or like anything like that, but I do have obviously a lot of my own thoughts and opinions that people have been asking me about it. So I'm wondering if it's worth making a video, even if it's a bit more of a negative video. But yeah, I don't know. That being said, we won our first set 2-0 over Glow ECTF. And I'll be right back with our round 2 opponent, which I believe was a player named Remedy, who's a Zamasu player, so stick around for that. And so my round 2 opponent was Remedy, which is someone I wasn't familiar with at all. I did not know this player. I don't think I've seen them before, but I saw the team of Zamasu, 21, and Beerus, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm well aware of the power of this team. If you're somebody who's in tune with DBFZ, and you've kept up with like recent tournaments and stuff this year, you know that there's a very good player on the West Coast by the name of Zane, who has made a lot of waves this year in the scene, who has played this team. And I looked at it, I was like, I don't know, some unknown player. I wasn't thinking at all with Zane, because Zane's West Coast, so he wouldn't be able to compete, and our connection wouldn't have been as smooth as it was. We're at literally a 1 frame connection against this guy right now. But I was like, I don't know, some unknown player I've never heard of makes it to round 2 with the team of Zamasu, 21 and Beerus. He probably know a thing or two about what he's doing. And so, you know, we got off to a decent enough start. I mean, he got the first hit, but we get the tag out to Android 18. But I can see that he is actually playing Zamasu very effectively. One thing you're going to see that happens a lot throughout this set is his ability to just play keep away. He's doing a very good job in the neutral of not engaging or committing too heavily to anything. And I feel like I was making great use of the barrier, and I built up a lot of meter and stuff. I was being very passive because Zamasu is very hard to approach. You know, when you have somebody who's doing a good job of playing keep away, flying around and whatnot, which is what Zamasu's optimal game plan is, they're very hard to get a hold of. I find a hit there, I wasn't able to convert off the assist. But yeah, like I said, you see him just not really engaging. That's a drop combo, and that's another thing that you're going to see happens a lot in this set. The defense is looking pretty decent, though. I'm not going to lie, in some of these games that I was having in the tournament, which always happens when I play on PC. For as much as I spin to win, that was not that great of a combo, but you know what? We get the kill. That's all that matters. Even though I prefer playing on console over PC, when I play on PC, my defense is admittedly a lot better. I block more 6Ms, I tech more Dragon Rushes. It just is what it is. PC is 2 frames faster, it's easier to react. That's just the reality of the situation. However, one of the reasons why I don't like playing on PC as much is because also since the timing is different among other things, you'll see that I drop way more combos on PC than I do on console. My movement is usually not as crisp either. Like you can see even simple things like that Oki right there where I do the jump and I, you know, air dash at the end for the JM for a safe jump after that knockdown. I messed that up and that ended up costing me a turn pretty much. That being said though, we spark here, keep the team alive, don't want to lose Trunks early on. He says his sparking as well as a pretty healthy 21 in Beerus. No 2H on the super dash, but I made that's me falling asleep at the wheel. Unfortunately, sparking runs out, he gets the hit. It has a lot of bar here, not going to be able to kill, but does opt for the level 3. Labco doesn't really get mixed, like real mix as far as I know from her level 3, because she doesn't have enough frame advantage, but she does get a pretty decent safe jump. Maybe some players have mixed up with stuff that I haven't really seen. I went for the like, dude, there it is. I've been getting better at that. I told you that's how I deal with 6H. I'm not that good at blocking it on reaction. For some reason, it's easier for me to 2L and then confirm that into a 2H. So that was actually pretty good by me. But yeah, like on Oki, I went for the reflect, but since they kind of went for a cross of sorts, I ended up getting a key blast, which ended up hitting her. Again, her frame advantage is not that great. I think he also just messed it up anyway. But that's fine. He spends a sparking runs out, gets the hit on Android 18. It's got a lot of bar. I still don't think this is enough for the kill. So they opt again for a level 3 with Android 21. This time I was more reluctant and hesitant to do anything on Wake Up because I had just did something on Wake Up last time. So I just kind of opted like try to see if I could jump away. They did opt for the 6H. I ended up being able to block it, but got hit by the stomp anyway because I wasn't blocking low. And we lose Android 18, but it's fine. It's okay. Lab Coat and Trunks versus Lab Coat and Beerus. I think Beerus is a very underplayed character right now. I don't know if I necessarily still say he's underrated because I think more people are starting to realize how powerful that character is. But I have a very high opinion of him right now. He's obviously a flawed character. He's not, you know, just pick up and play like the fusions. You slap him on any team, you're suddenly godlike. But I do think he is very good and has some very strong tools. Orbs are crazy in terms of like in the corner and whatnot. His ability to give himself plus frames. Obviously he's got a DP that works in the air, and it's like his DP is a bit weird because at times it can just be super dash. UI Goku can walk through it and stuff. You know, it's able to be used on the ground or in the air. He has a very powerful level 3. He has a level 2. His 2M is like a full screen sliding normal, and it's a low. And granted, it doesn't have a very active hitbox. It's not active till he's, you know, in your face. But just the range on this is still very good, and it's really useful in certain scenarios. His assists are very, very good as well, in my opinion. Yeah, I think Beerus has gotten some really decent buffs over time. I wasn't able to confirm that in time. But yeah, Trunks flailing for his life right now, trying to get in with his flips. He managed to find a Shining Slash. Didn't super there though, because it would have been a kill. And then yeah, I mashed and I got killed. And Remedy takes the first game over us in a convincing enough fashion. He got up to a good start. We were able to kind of keep things close for a bit, but in the end, he was able to bring it back. We got the first character kill. But Beerus and 21 definitely put in that work, especially the Beerus. I feel like is a problem character for me in the hands of the right players. Zamasu as well, because this is the thing too. For a long time I felt like Zane was the only player who ever played Zamasu optimally, and I don't mean in terms of combos. There's plenty of Zamasu mains out there who are doing crazy combos and TOD you off of nearly anything, right? I remember there's a player named Shoko who I used to fight against a lot who had really crazy Zamasu combos. Tatsunoko played Zamasu for a short while, and he was doing some really sick combos. You know, that's pretty much the main thing. Like when you're playing Zamasu, you're playing combos. But what I mean by playing him optimally, I mean is, you know, disengaging and not, wow, that's, you don't go for Dragon Rush when people are in Sparking because you're gonna empty vanish and punish you for that. I know that. I tell myself that all the time, and I forget. But lost my train of thought. With Zamasu, even though he's got decent buttons and whatnot, the best way to play him is to play keep away. That's what he excels at. You know, he can lane people out when they're in sparking. If you have the health lead, you can force them to come to you. They have to make a move, and he doesn't really have to. And you know, with his teleport and the slash and the fight, Zamasu is the best character in the game at just staying away, disengaging, not making any mistakes, making your opponent like hang themselves and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's exactly what he's doing. He's got a health lead. He's not really taking any big risks. He did end up clipped there by the change of feature assist, but you can see that something I struggled with in this matchup, and something he was really good at was, you know, getting away, and then he's got me in the corner right where he wants me. He staggers his block string, and I get hit, knocked down. Goes for the Blades of Judgment Oki, which I usually just reflect and tag. I didn't tag that time though, because I think I did it last time. I was expecting him to be ready for it with a 2H, but I just ended up getting hit low. He's got plenty of bar. But he should have been able to get the kill there, but he dropped the combo. And I tried to EX out of the corner, of course, because Trunks is what I always do. But I wasn't able to do so in time. He doesn't end up getting the kill on 18, but she, you know, she's got pretty low health. I get clipped there. He drops the combo though. And then we're in a situation now, there we go, where I got to EX flip in order to try to get a hold of Zamasu before he takes flight and becomes harder to catch. Bring 18 back into the level 1 because I want the Trunks assist behind her for the neutral. So obviously 18's neutral herself is not very good. And honestly, 18, I feel like is most effective when she's played in a similar way to Zamasu, where you utilize the barrier a lot in your assist. You kind of let them do all the work and let your opponent make the mistakes before you try to go in. Because I don't feel like 18's that great at rushing people down. When she has the advantage, when she gets that knockdown, sure, she can set up her game plan. She can do, you know, medium 17, EX 17, stuff like that. She's got decent Oki and whatnot. But when it just comes to like engaging in the neutral, you kind of want to be more passive, let them come to you, which is something I'm not very good at doing. I'm not really effective with that sort of play style. It's something I'm trying to get better at because I feel like it is very strong with her, but it's not usually how I play, I feel like. That being said, using the barrier here, get the hit with the key blast, confirm, boom, boom. 18's got pretty low health, so I'm going to J2H into level 1. Bring Trunks in for the level 3 since he's the healthy character. I don't really get mixed here necessarily because I think I'm too close to the corner, but it is going to give me a safe jump. However, I believe I go for the 2M here. Yeah, I go for the 2M into CTF, reflect, get the, yeah. Reflect into 5M, get the full combo. Did not optimize this combo at all. But I decided to leave Trunks in again because he's a healthy character and the disc assist behind me is a 2-pass. So we go for the level 2 instead of the level 1. And now it's just Trunks and 18 versus Beerus. So I like our odds right now. I mean, we got the 2 character advantage over his 1. Granted, Beerus has a lot of health, full health mind you, and a bunch of bar. But again, I don't have to take too many risks. Kind of rely on my assist. EX flip, and I dropped that. That's another one of those PC drops. I just didn't have control the same way I feel like I normally do. Fine though, he's using his orbs trying to, you know, keep me at bay. The EP, the patience there was paid off by me. And again, that is just, you know, I don't usually drop those, but it is what it is. Heat of the moment type things, I guess. Unable to confirm the CTF into a vanish. Into level 1, but it's not enough for the kill. I'm trying to keep him at base. I'm hitting him with these vibe checks. Vibe check. Stay back. Don't overcommit. Another thing too is that I didn't want to, there we go, he does orbs and I punish it immediately with the 5S. I didn't want to overcommit to CTF because I didn't want him to block one or like one whiff and then he 2Ms me for it or just super dashes. So I was trying to keep him at bay and like trying to get those straight hits, but I didn't want to get too close and then do one because obviously he could just 2M me or super dash at the right time. Super dash obviously gets blown up by CTF, but if you time it right after one, you know, with the right angle and whatnot, you can get over it or get to me before I let off another one. So we end up taking the second game, tying things up at 1-1, despite the fact that I feel like I played pretty sloppy. And wow, Zamasu's 5M. I don't know what I'm more surprised about, the fact that the 5M reached there or the fact that the 2H comboed off of it. Anyway, I tried to wake up with the spin. That didn't work out for me, as you can see. I don't know if that was the optimal combo, but he let me live, so I have to spark immediately, otherwise I lose 21. You see, we're off to a really bad start already. 21's leaking, sparking is spent. Empty Band is trying to kiss Zamasu, but again, his defense is pretty good. Nice reflect. Get him with the key blast. But as you can see, once he gets that health lead, he does what I feel like you're supposed to do, and he does exactly what Zane does, you know? I'll stick out a 5M here, I'll throw out these slashings and whatnot, but if I've got a big lead, I'm going to make you come to me. I have no reason to engage or overcommit to anything. I'm using these key blasts pretty effectively, though, of finding these stray hits in neutral, confirming them with vanishes, and getting minimal damage here and there, but it's not really amounting to a whole lot. He immediately sparks, he doesn't want to lose the monster. I try to bait him, just super dashing at me, and I get exactly the bait that I want, but my hand's just unable to keep up with my brain there and react in time in order to get the 2-1-4L off. So we ended up losing 21 for that off of the super dash combo, and that sucked. Just went out sparking. 18's already taken a little bit of damage. We lost 21. He's got a really healthy team. His sparking is off the table as well, but we're at a pretty big disadvantage now. Less resources, less characters, less life. So yeah. Lock string. Disengage. And I accidentally, I got the cross up there, but I let my momentum carry me, and I was able to convert that to a combo, get hit, and this should be the end of Android 18. Just a very, very downhill game for me. He had all the momentum, and just, yeah. Stomp, one, another level 1, into another level 1. Down goes Android 18. It's just it's just a big old snowball. This one is this is pretty one-sided. And then this is an absolute struggle. He's the monster now against Trunks. Like, what am I really supposed to do? I'm trying to think, does any character do well against Zamasu? Does any character have great tools? I guess S. Broly, you know, has his 236S, I think it is, like, can hit Zamasu at that angle. You can just throw that at him. I guess certain characters have beams, like maybe GT Goku can angle his beam up. Maybe Cell or Super Saiyan Goku can shoot him with the beam. I think who else has anything? For the most part, it's like you're just kind of taking a risk on like engaging, because you're gonna have to super dash at some point, but he might just blink, or if he's got meter, he might reaction level 3, where you might get hit with a slash, and you might just block it, and then you're still not getting anything off. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's just a lot right now. It's just a lot right now. You see, if he's low enough to the ground, I can CTF, but if he goes to the top of the screen, there's not a whole lot I can do. And as you can see, he's doing exactly what you should be doing. Just really solid Zamasu play. Just really, really solid Zamasu play. Big shout out to Remedy. Again, not a player I was familiar with at all. I don't know if he streams or has a YouTube channel or anything, or if he regularly competes, or if it's somebody under an alias or something, but he played very, very well. Played very, very well. His Zamasu was definitely too much for me. And he ends up taking the set 2-1. So that means I got sent down to the losers bracket in very similar fashion to the last event I entered, where I think I won my first game and then lost my second game. Or no, did I lose my first game and then won the first game and lose? Either way, we're currently 1-1 in the bracket. But it's double elimination, so it's not over till it's over. With that being said, it's pretty much off today. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Hit this video with a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you haven't already, so you can stay tuned for all the content I'm going to bring you. With all that being said, it's pretty much off today. And remember, nothing happens, you swing the bad. Later.